Military expert and director of development at the media and consulting company Defense Express, Valeriy Riabykh, explained what alternatives Ukraine has to ATACMS missiles. Of course, in these turbulent times, many reports emerge citing unspecified sources. There's a number being mentioned, 40 ATACMS missiles, supposedly. Could they have run out? Possibly. Is this good or bad? I'd say it's actually a positive sign. First, it sends an informational message, including to the Russians, especially amid Witkoff's visit, saying, "They're gone now, but what happens next depends on you." On the other hand, what does this mean for Ukraine? It means that as we develop more of our own capabilities, the restrictions only free our hands, particularly if US efforts don't achieve their intended goals, he said on Espreso TV. Riabykh emphasized that Ukraine's primary task remains to defend against aggression, weaken Russia's military potential, and create conditions for achieving its strategic goals. According to him, Ukraine now has a growing arsenal of tools to accomplish this, offering a much broader range of capabilities than before. In the past, we had very few options, essentially only the Neptune missile, which could conditionally be considered a similar capability, along with the Soviet-era Tochka missiles. Now, we have a wide range of strike drone systems with varying operational ranges, including those that can confidently operate at distances of up to 2,000 kilometers. This also includes so-called missile drones, essentially small-class cruise missiles, with an entire lineup featuring different capabilities and customization options for specific targets. Moreover, when it comes to unmanned systems, we are talking about both classic fixed-wing UAVs with rotary engines and those with jet engines, offering entirely new possibilities, the military expert explained. He noted that thanks to new technological advancements, Ukraine has made significant progress in the field of weaponry. Take, for example, the Trembeda missile, which was recently showcased at the Defense Innovation Forum in Kiev. While conceptually similar to Germany's V-1 from the 1940s, it represents a new technological stage. This system allows for rapid scaling and comes at a low cost. Each basic missile costs just a few $1,000s. All of this is the result of Ukraine's evolving technological capabilities. So, despite the losses, we also have substantial gains. Even under the current circumstances, Ukraine retains its agency and is emerging as a regional player. What's more, Ukraine has taken on new significance for Europe. And, most importantly, Europe has now realized it, Riabykh concluded. A pilot was injured when his light plane crashed on top of a hangar near the Australian city of Sydney on Friday, authorities said. According to Associated Press, Fire and Rescue New South Wales Superintendent Adam Dewberry told local media that the crash occurred at the Wedderburn Aerodrome near Appin, on the southwestern edge of Sydney. Aerial footage showed the plane on top of a hangar as paramedics and rescuers treated the pilot, who was then lowered off the building by a ladder. He was treated at the scene before being taken to hospital. Fire and Rescue New South Wales Superintendent Adam Dewberry said the pilot was extremely lucky. The condition of the pilot or the pilot's injuries were not yet clear.
bit of a miracle actually. We've had a plane that's crashed into a building or a hangar out here at the Witkoff airport. Another great example of all emergency services working together. Paramedics arrived on scene using a local ladder to gain access to the roof to start treating the pilot who was the casualty. Unfortunately, yeah, I've seen a number of rescues. Not too many where the plane's crashed into a building where we've actually been able to rescue the person and get them off to hospital. Usually it's not quite that positive outcome, but fortunately this one is heading in the right direction. But another great example of all the emergency services, New South Wales Ambulance, Fire Rescue New South Wales, Rural Fire Service and Police all working together to have a positive outcome for a person that's got themselves into a pretty precarious, dangerous, life-threatening situation. I'd say extremely lucky. You're looking at an aircraft that's hit a building. Look, you don't see too many actual survival cases out of an aircraft hitting a building.
Ukrainian fighters have shared another video, expressing gratitude to the US and American people for military aid sent to Kyiv. In a video circulated in social media, Ukrainian soldiers, as well as fighters of the Foreign Legion, have said the weapons sent to Ukraine help save civilian lives and fight for their freedom and against dictatorship. Every shell delivered has helped save lives. Weapons of the United States defend Ukraine's future. This is more than aid, this is the symbol of our shared values and justice, a Ukrainian soldier said, while pointing to a US-supplied military equipment. Ukrainian soldiers have been sharing similar videos thanking the US for the military support provided to their country since the start of Russia's full-fledged invasion 3 years ago. Earlier, Ukrainian operators of US-provided Patriot defense system and Hawk missile systems thanked American people for military aid. The social media campaign follows the disastrous Oval Office meeting in White House in which Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance berated Volodymyr Zelensky for not showing enough gratitude for U.S. military aid to Kiev. Days after the meeting, Trump administration shortly suspended military aid and intelligence sharing with Kyiv and lifted this pause on Tuesday. Following U.S. suspension of aid, Russia made gains in its Kursk region and launched large-scale missile attack across Ukraine.
We say thank you to the United States of America and Americans for helping us fight for our freedom. We're fighting against dictatorship that seeks to destroy liberty worldwide.
Greetings from Ukraine. We want to express our tremendous gratitude to the United States of America for supporting our country in this horrible war.